Welcome to my civics class. The points as mentioned in the board, please look at it. First point, freedom to announce decisions and decrees. Second point, punishment for contempt of court. Third, full control over its procedure of work and establishment. Fourth point, no discussion in the legislature on the conduct of judges. And point number 5, prohibition of practice after retirement. Now, first point, freedom to announce decisions and decrees. The judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts and even other subordinate courts have the right to enjoy their rights given by the Constitution. Now, what are the rights given to them by the Constitution? The rights of providing judgment and the rights of not being criticized by anyone else. That means the judgment or verdict, whatever one judge makes or gives, for that particular judgment or verdict, no one will have any right to criticize it. The entire system of judicial procedure of that particular judge, no one has any right to criticize it or to discuss it with another person openly. So this is the special rights given to the citizen, given to the judges, according to which the judge gives his verdict independently and without being threatened or without being motivated by someone else. In that case, special protection is given to the judge before they give the verdict, before that particular judge gives his verdict. Now, next point, the decisions of the judge is final. During the time of decrees, the decisions of the judge is final and no one has any right to criticize it, as I told you earlier, and the decision which cannot be criticized by anyone else or public and even by the press. This duty of the state government has to ensure it, the personal safety of the judges at all costs. That means the judges of the High Court who give their verdicts, it is the duty of the state government or concerning government to be conscious of the rights of the judges. That's why the state government, in order to ensure the personal safety of the judges, the governments become conscious at all costs. And next point, punishment for contempt of court. Punishment of contempt of court means the Supreme Court can punish for the contempt of court if a person or authority makes an attempt to lower its authority. That means, suppose one person tries to lower the authority of the Supreme Court. In that case, Supreme Court has right to take an action for contempt of court, to take an action against that very person for contempt of court. That means no one has any right to lower the authority of the judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts. In that case, the courts can take precautionary measure or immediate action or stern action against that very person who tries to lower the image of that very judge. The next point, full control over its procedure of work and establishment. Full control over its procedure of work and establishment. That means the judges and their works of different courts like the Supreme Court and the High Courts, they enjoy all privileges. They enjoy all privileges provided for them by the Constitution. And according to these privileges, the judges cannot, misuse their power. The judges have no right to misuse their power. It is free from influence of any outside agency. The judge cannot misuse their power, neither the judges can misuse their power, nor anyone else can influence the judges. And in that case, the Supreme Court is free to decide its own procedure of work without being provocated or without being influenced by anyone else. And the conditions of service of its employments, the Supreme Court, the judges of the Supreme Court and the judges of the High Court are supposed to follow or to abide by the system of the Constitution. That means it is free from the influence. The procedure of the judges is free from the influence of any outside agency. The next one, no discussion in the legislature on the conduct of judges. That means no discussion can take place in the parliament regarding the procedure of judgment or regarding the duration of time of judgment. Suppose one case, one judgment, one verdict for any case took time. The entire judicial procedure became very much lengthy. In that case, no one has any authority, any right to criticize the system of judgment of the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts. And even that matter cannot be discussed in the parliament except the proposal brought against any judge, the proposal of impeachment. If any proposal of impeachment brings against any judge, in that case, it can be done. Otherwise, no one has any right to lower the authority of the judges if the procedure of judgment becomes lengthy and late. In that case, that matter of discussion cannot be raised by any member of parliament in the houses, or can be discussed openly in front of the media. That's why this matter is generally treated as the matter of the judges of the Supreme Court and High Court, and no one can lower their authority, the authorities of the judges. Now, next point, prohibition of practice after retirement. The judges has some prohibitions. When the judges has some prohibitions made by the Constitution of India, suppose judges after having retired started practicing or got himself involved in law profession, in that case that very judge can try to establish his influence as former judge. Suppose one ex-judge or retired judge, after his retirement, started practicing of law as a lawyer. In that case, before he establishes his influence as an ex-judge over other judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts, in that case, the procedure of judgment can be interrupted and the other judges may be influenced by the former or ex-judge, and in that case the entire procedure of judgment may not be impartial. So in order to establish impartiality in the system of judicial procedure, ex-judge is not allowed to practice law as a lawyer after his retirement. And it is due to that reason the government has made an arrangement to give handful amount of pension. Because of their handful amount of pensions, the judges are not allowed to practice or to get themselves involved in law profession. It is due to the cause of establishing influence on our other judges. That's why they are not allowed to practice. That means if they are allowed to practice, they might influence their former colleagues. And in that case, the entire parts of the judicial system can be interrupted, can be perverted. That's why in order to avoid being dishonored, the Constitution has introduced this system for the retired judges of the High Courts and Supreme Courts. Up to this, my dear students.